going, Dad? How are you feeling? Fine, he said, still not noticing how ill at ease his son was acting. He continued to watch the antique shop, studying it. The lower level of the building was divided in half by a recessed door set between two window displays showing assorted junk on either side. Old metal advertising signs, Coca-Cola, Chase and Sanborn, Call for Philip Morris, and china and kids' metal toys and tea kettles and phonograph records and mason jars and crap. Just plain crap. How anyone could pay money for crap like that, the older man couldn't fathom. The windows were many-paned, sectioned off with metal like stained glass, and in the midst of each display hung a sign saying, Antiques, Edwin Planner, Proprietor. With pleasure, the older man had been noting the lack of business the antique shop was doing. It had been 2 o'clock when they first arrived, and now at 3:15, not a soul had gone in or out. But if this man Planner felt badly about his non-existent customer flow, he certainly didn't show it. The older man had watched carefully as the shop's proprietor peeked outside, glancing up at the hot sun and the cloudless sky, and smiling. Planner was a lanky old guy, balding, wearing baggy pants and a red T-shirt, puffing a cigar. Twice Planner had done this, and the third time he peeked out and smiled, the older man had smiled too, and glanced at his son to share the good cheer, and then he noticed his son's discomfort. The boy's legs were crossed tight, like a woman afraid someone was after her privates, and he was shaking his foot. His face was bloodless pale, and he was gritting his teeth. The older man sighed. "Go get me an ice cream cone," the older man said. His son said, "What?" "Go get me an ice cream cone." The older man gave his son $1. How many dips?" "2. Okay, Dad. Dad? What flavor?
Doesn't make a damn to me. Strawberry.
I think all they got's chocolate and vanilla.
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Okay.
Walter?
Yes, Dad?
Go to the can, too, why don't you, before you piss all over the front seat. Walter let loose a shaky grin, then saw his father wasn't joking and retracted it. He got out of the car and walked around to the back of the Dairy Queen building to the restrooms. The men's was clean, very clean, as white and wholesome as ice cream itself. He felt guilty when, in his extreme need and nervousness, he overshot the stool, and before he flushed it, he got down on the floor with toilet paper and wiped up his mess. After he was finished doing that, he felt silly, felt like he was acting irrationally, and he put the seat down and sat and held his face in his hands. Shit, he thought. I gotta get my head together. Christ, he thought. Don't let me make an asshole out of myself in front of him. He went to the sink and washed his hands, then brought the cold water up and splashed it against his face. After the heat of the day, this cold water was heaven. He splashed more cold water on his face. More. And it felt good. Then suddenly it didn't feel good. It felt lousy. And he went to the stool and frantically slapped the lid up and emptied his stomach. Back in the car, the older man was watching a young guy walk around from behind the 2-story structure. Must be a rear entrance back there, he thought. And this must be that kid they told me about, Planner's nephew. He watched the boy walk past the Shell station and head toward the Iowa City business district. The boy was short, maybe 5, 6, or 7, but he was strongly built, his arms muscular. His hair was curly brown and long, stopping just this side of an afro, and the older man wondered if there was any chance in hell the boy was on his way downtown for a haircut. He was wearing worn, patched jeans and a white T-shirt with some cartoonish thing on the front. About Walter's age, the older man thought. Maybe a little younger.
Here's your cone, Dad.
The older man turned his head and nodded to his son and took the cone. Walter came around the front of the car and got in and sat, feeling queasy as he watched his father eat the ice cream.
Walter said, "Did I see a kid come out of the shop?"
"Yeah."
"I didn't see anybody go in there."
"It's the guy's nephew or something. He lives there."
"Oh, you didn't say anything about that."
"I wasn't sure whether the kid lived with him or not."
"Oh.
Anyway, I'm glad he's left."
How come?"